So you can see that I have invested around 40 lakh and it gained almost 500% in just 5 days. Now I started to observe a couple of issues in these platforms as well. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'll share updates from my 6-month journey with Grip, Altgraf and Wint. How have been the repayments, any defaults. I'll also talk about some of the problems that I have started to observe in these platforms and what do I plan to do about it. For viewers who are unaware of these platforms, Grip, Wint and Altgraf are some of the fixed income investment platforms that offer opportunities to retail investors like us where we can get returns from 10 to 14% in a fixed income format. Grip Invest offers corporate bonds and SDIs, Wint offers only corporate bonds and Altgraf offers only invoice discounting as of now. Now these three are my favorite platforms and I have invested a little over 40 lakh in these platforms. There are other platforms as well where I experiment, but there I have invested smaller amounts as compared to these. Out of these three platforms, in Wint I have just invested somewhere around 2 or 3 lakh. That is primarily because the yield or the return rate is slightly higher on other platforms like Grip or Altgraf. So this is one of the accounts. In this you can see that I have invested around 10 lakh 23,000 and of these 2 lakh 43,000 has been returned and everything has been on time as of now. This is where you can see the repayments and I have invested in 5 SDIs here. This is how the overall dashboard looks for this account. This is the second account. You can see the investment here is around 7 lakh 20,000 and this is the third account where the investments are 8 lakh, around 9 lakh and this is how the overall investments looks like. 4 of them are in SDIs, 1 of them in asset leasing. This is how the asset leasing looks like. It is 5 lakh in Blue Smart at 21.5% yield. But this is extremely risky. Don't just look at this number. Please understand that this is an extremely risky investment. So as you could have seen, in Grip I have invested a little over 25 lakh and till now there have been no defaults or any delays. All of the payments have been on time. The average IRR for all 3 accounts varies from 12% to 13% and I'm pretty much very satisfied with how things are going here. Coming to Altgraf, so these 2 accounts belong to my family. There are some other accounts that I manage as well. Between these 2 accounts, again I have invested a bit over 25 lakhs now. Out of this 27 lakhs, around 8 lakhs have been 8 or 9 lakh has been repaid and the rest is still invested in the system. So as you can see here that the total investment amount in this account only is around 20 lakh rupees. Out of this 20 lakh I have received around 5.5 and around 5 investments have been fully repaid. These are the investments that have been fully repaid. You can see that they vary from 11.5 to 14% and the overall performance with Altgraf has been pretty satisfactory for me. So you can see that I have invested around 40 lakh in these 2 platforms and till now in 6 months I have not seen any delays or any defaults. In fact, I'll say that their overall behavior has been pretty professional. The way they have responded to my queries and my issues have been very satisfactory and I'm pretty happy with the overall performance delivered. Now I started to observe a couple of issues in these platforms as well. As my corpus and time invested in these platforms is growing, I have come to realize that they demand a lot of time in monitoring the repayments that we keep on getting back as fixed income investment. So unless we reinvest these payments timely and in an efficient manner, the net returns that I as a retail investor get can be pretty mediocre. In fact, recently one of the viewers from this channel reached out to me and shared his own calculation where he showed that if a retail investor like us does not reinvest the repayments timely, we can end up in getting net returns of around 7 to 8%. These platforms are great in the performance that they are doing, right? So they claim that we are getting 12% and 13%, that is right. But there are some hidden caveats in the form that when you receive the repayments back, how efficiently are you reinvesting them or utilizing them? So yes, this is one problem where I think some attention needs to be given. When you are investing, you need to have a clear-cut plan. I am still figuring it out how to bring in the perfect balance between not investing a lot of time in monitoring and reinvesting these repayments and still get a desirable return of around 11 to 12%. Now, coming to the second section of this video, I wanted to speak about startups. Now, startups have been a very big and fancy buzzword in our society since last 10 years or so, but I see their importance at a much deeper and a broader level now. They are affecting our lives in almost every way possible, right from how we make investments, how we shop, how we make payments. Everything is being innovated and hence being brought into mainstream by these startups. For example, all the platforms that I have discussed in this video are essentially startups. They are just 5 to 6 year old companies, and I have trusted them with a lot of money. Similarly, if you invest via Zerodha or Groww, they have completely disrupted how we invest in equity markets, and they now hold trust from a lot of people. And with every passing day, more startups are coming up with more disruptive technologies which have the potential to affect our lives in an even greater degree. For example, just 5 days ago, a new cryptocurrency Trump coin was launched and it gained almost 500% in just 5 days and now commands a market cap of almost 12 billion US dollars. That is almost similar to what Swiggy could build in 10 to 11 years, and even that was phenomenal. So my point is that as the technology is growing at an exponential rate, its effect and impact on us is also growing at a similar exponential manner, and hence it becomes extremely important to identify the good stuff from the not so good stuff, because a lot of companies don't deliver value to the customer. I feel it is extremely important to share experiences so that we can learn from each other's experiences to identify where real value is being generated and which things can be avoided, because the waves in which value is being created is getting shorter and shorter each day. So with that note, if you have anything in your watch list, any startup, any investment platform, any opportunity, anything that impacts your life directly or indirectly, please share that in the comments. I would love to check it out, and if I could, I'll share my experiences with it as well. So that's it for today. Stay early, invest well, and have a good day.